my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Fit Gen's sitting right here, super clean because we just washed it. Force is not on the truck at the moment because I do have a lot of driving to do in the next couple of weeks, next couple of days actually. And the nittos that are on my Forces, the nittos on the Forces are not in good shape whatsoever. Look at that. There's a lot of dry rot on them, but all four of these are worn real bad on the outsides, and I just don't want to, I mean, I got like 2,000 miles of driving in the next couple weeks. So I really don't want to have any issues with tires or whatnot. But either way, this video is not with the Ram. It's actually right here behind me. It's with the TDI, my daily driver, the vehicle that saves me so much money on diesel fuel, because truck here gets like 17-ish daily driving. Well, this thing gets like 45 daily driving. So I'm gonna show some love to the TDI, and huge shout out to Lasfit LED for hooking us up with some lights. Not only are the OEM headlights completely stock in 2011 from the TDI, well, I also got one burnt out, so that's obviously an issue. You do. All right, so not only are the factory OEM lights 2011, well, I also got one burnt out, so that's kind of a problem. So real quick, these are the low beams, or super yellow, super halogen. High beams are up in this bulb here. Lasfit was nice enough to send us a nice set of Lasfit Pro. I honestly don't even, I'll be honest, I have no clue what bulb these actually are because I didn't do any research. So Lasfit was nice enough. They sent us some new bulbs. Real quick, I should probably find out what they are. So, if you could see this, you can't. It is actually this right here, what it says. It's the Pro MB1N. So, never heard of that. Normally it's like H11s, H13s, whatnot, but it's the Pro MB, whatever that says, and legit, this should be super simple, super straightforward. Just gonna throw these in the car. Should probably pop the hood. All right, dirty diesel. Let's see, so headlights on these cars. Let me grab a flashlight, the low beam and high beam. Sorry, my toolbox area is a mess, got a lot going on up here. For these cars, if you could see, here's our headlights. High beam's gonna be right there on the driver's side, low beam's right behind that plastic cap. And on the passenger side, right by the fuel filter, the diesel fuel filter, you got low beam right there and high beam right there. So Lasfit sent us the low beam, so it should be honestly as simple as pulling both of those plugs, popping the old light out, popping a new light in, and A, seeing how much awesomer and brighter they are, and B, I mean, the biggest thing is, well, making sure both lights work, and then making sure I could actually see going down the road. So real quick, we'll do the passenger side first, just because the driver's side has a light, that one doesn't, so we can see a good difference, comparison between Lasfit bulbs and OEM bulbs, and then we'll throw them both in. I'll give you some good differences, some a before shot at night, after shot at night, and we'll kind of go from there, and hopefully we'll get some more bulbs for this car, because it'll be nice to bring this car into 2022 and, well, realistically, out of 2011. Bam. All right, so should be as simple as this. OEM light bulb right here, the halogen burnout ass bulb, and we got a Lasfit LED bulb here where they do have a built-in fan. These should be canvas and error and all the other stuff free. Check out the, it ain't gonna, man, my camera. I'm gonna have to buy a new camera, I think. But either way, Lasfit bulb here, OEM bulb here. You see this little plug style on the back, these two little prongs. Well, Lasfit one also has two little prongs, and then this should honestly, like the way this is, this should screw right in just like the OEM one does. So let's put that guy in and see how much freaking brighter it is. That was really easy. Real quick, I do want to make sure I got it in right. Woo, that's bright. All right, took me, as you could probably tell, took me a minute just to get it twisted the right way. I mean, there's not a whole lot of room to get your hand, but real quick, when I tested it to make sure I had the prongs in right, which I'm glad I did because I didn't have them in right the first time, that light's bright. Let's turn these headlights on, man. See how bright they is. So far, I've had awesome luck with Lasfit, guys. I have always, bam, you can actually see even in the garage. That is bright. Let's see what we're looking at. Yo, that is a night and day difference. Jesus. Stock OEM bulb from 2011. Brand new Lasfit LED bulb from 2022. Wow. That is bright. That is nice and white. I believe that is 600K. Look how yellow that is. I'm fairly positive these are 600K bulbs. Bam, bam. They are 60 watt and 6,000K pure white light. 6,000K with a 1-year warranty, guys. Lasfit has a 1-year warranty on everything, which is awesome because if this bulb goes out, I message these guys and they shoot me out another light, no issues. So real quick, I'm gonna get the other light in. I'll show you what the car looks like here afterwards. And then obviously it's kind of bright out right now. When it gets dark outside, we'll do a before and we'll do an after.
A few moments later.
Gents, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wasn't gonna come on here and do this. Look how, probably can't tell, I am moist, dude. I have no lie been sitting here for probably about 1 full hour US time trying to get this bulb to spin in to this freaking headlight housing. And I know it's not Lasfit's fault, it's my fault for having, I mean, I'm almost 7 foot tall. I cannot get my hand between this fuse box and the light itself. Like I could, I'll show you here in a second. I could get the bulb in there, it's in there, but I cannot for the life of me get this bulb twisted to fit, to like actually sit in the headlight housing. I'm not gonna lie, man, I don't know, I'm like an hour in because the way Volkswagen makes these cars, you gotta pull the whole bumper off to pull the headlight housing out. So I just wanted to give you an update. This side took me literally less than like 3 minutes. But you do have a lot more space over there. I'm literally an hour into trying to get this bulb to fit in this housing. Crazy.
10 seconds later.
Alrighty, so this was actually, I don't want to say it, but this actually was a Lasfit problem. And I will show you this, and I am going to report back to Lasfit, of course, because they do ask for feedback, of course. I got the light in like 3 seconds after I changed something, so it does suck taking this bulb back out. But if I take this bulb out and I pull this piece off of the light, might have to set the camera down a sec. Alrighty. This was my issue the entire time. Like I said, I'm going to get back to Lasfit, of course, on that. This little piece. You see this little piece with the 3 screws? Camera. Okay, piece with 3 screws right here. There's a clip, and let's see on this side, there's like a little flat spot. Well, the passenger side was fine, but for the driver's side, like I'm not exaggerating, I was just trying for an hour thinking like I was doing something wrong. So I ended up redoing this screw, untake that, and this was twisted once. So you see this little flat spot? This little flat spot wasn't here on this side, it was one over here. And that literally just made all the difference. I was literally messing with this for an hour. I decided, you know what, here's the old light, so like let me see how it's set up for the driver's side. And I said, well, I have nothing to lose, so I got a really tiny screwdriver. I took the 3 screws out, literally dropped this and moved this over one, and now put the screws back in, of course, and now the light went in 2 seconds. So I'm actually going to throw this light right back in, but this was the issue. So Lasfit, if you guys are watching, I don't know if they're all like this or it could be a Volkswagen thing, but this was the issue right here. I just had to, I mean, I'm glad it was a simple fix, although I was sitting here for like an hour trying to get this bulb in. Let me put this bulb in real quick, close up the hood, we'll show you the lights, and then we'll get some nighttime shots. Alright guys, bulbs are in. You could see like it's daylight and you got a very white, bright light, which is awesome. Now if you look at the car, it's almost hard to look at the car. These lights are so bright and they are very, very white. That looks good. That really, I mean, it looks good just now looking at the car versus like the old halogen yellow looking bulbs. So that is awesome. I just want to show you real quick that I'm not lying. I mentioned Lasfit in my story where I took the old bulbs out, put the new bulbs in. What time was that? It ain't gonna tell me. Either way, if I click on my story, 2 hours ago, I had the left bulb in, right bulb not. 2 hours ago. It literally took me 2 hours. And I don't know, maybe it is my fault, whatever. I'm glad it's done now. It looks awesome. I guarantee you the low beams are now brighter than the high beams. We'll find out later on tonight when it gets dark. And then, so as far as the bulbs, which you're not gonna be able to see, we'll still have to do the daylight running bulb, the high beam, and then the ambers on the side, which, and then being completely honest with you, I have no clue what the turn signals look like on this car. Let me see, I got the, so it is nice, 2011, you do have like a mirror light. Okay, turn signal bulbs are down below. Okay, I was very curious because I honestly had no clue. That looks good. That looks really good. So here, stay tuned here in a minute and I'll get you some night shots before and night shots after with the Lasfit bulbs. All right, this is the before. These are OEM headlights. Now take in consideration that one of my headlights is burnt out, so it's not very bright. All right guys, I'm not gonna go too far just because like I do have one headlight burnt out, so you're not gonna get the best view anyways, but right now it's about 8:37, so about 8:45 at night, and I mean, these are my headlights. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too crazy and film it like midnight. Like the lights are dark no matter what, so high beams, low beams, high beams, and low. All right guys, y'all ready for this? Those are just the daytime runners. This is after Lasfit. Bam! Oh, that is bright. Now, I mean, like when you just saw it last, I only had one headlight working, but look how nice and white and bright that light is. Yeah, buddy. That is nice. Let's go for a drive. Obviously, difference is I got 2 lights and I got, these are Lasfit lights. Now I'm curious, I guarantee you these are brighter than my high beams, my OEM high beams. Let's see. So these are Lasfit low beams, high beams. Honestly, I mean the high beams, my high beams actually go a little bit further, you could tell. Actually, it looks like with the high beams of the Volkswagen, looks like my low beams are actually still on, because you can still see all the white, and then you can just see a little bit yellow, which is like the OEM, up a little bit further. So I didn't know that. I'm excited to see what this car will look like with Lasfit high beams if I am lucky enough to get some. But this is nice. It's a lot brighter. I could see very well now. Definitely worth the upgrade. Alright guys, and that is where we're going to wrap this video up. Lasfit LED bulbs in the car. They look so much brighter than the OEM ones. I've been working with Lasfit for like 5 or so years now. New box I got here, and look at this actually. You could probably tell. Like, look at all these Lasfit boxes. I got them everywhere, and these are just like the big boxes. I got tons of like the small lights literally everywhere, like the little license plate lights, the T10s, the T whatever, all the interior lights. Been working with these guys forever, so I appreciate you guys. I know you're watching. If you want to get yourself some Lasfit bulbs for your car, I'll put a couple links in the description below. You could use code JOHN10 and it will save you 10% off of your LED bulb needs. So once again, thank you Lasfit for the bulbs. I think it honestly was probably, I don't know, this Volkswagen is kind of hard to work on for everything. I did axles, I did a bunch of other stuff on this car, and it is very difficult. Of course, why would the bulbs be the same? This passenger side bulb went in literally 2 minutes. Driver's side took me 2 hours. So it is an easy mod. I think if you get your hand in there properly and just flip around that piece on the bulb itself. And thank you. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, join the family, join the Diesel gang, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.